On people, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Conversations with Chike Evans. Of course, this is Chike Evans. And how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's in good spirits. Hope everybody's keeping the faith, keeping hope, and keeping good spirits. Jay Hollywood the Barber, what's going on, brother? I am so excited about the end of this month. I am so excited. There's an event happening the end of this month. The Only Fighters Foundation. We're going to see some athletic action, some MMA bouts, some wrestling. Yeah, if you haven't seen my interview with Jay, look in my feed and find it. It's pretty good. I like what he's doing for the southern New Jersey area. Today I'm going to be talking with Nig Gebhard. He is one of the partners in that event, and he's also an MMA fighter. So we're going to check him out. What's going on, Justin? Nick,
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing, brother?
Good. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and I'm going to explain to you the reason that I'm having you on. Um, I like what you're doing. You know, South Jersey is my home, and I like this kind of activity. It's positive, it's forward moving, and it's also a vehicle to get other people seen, spotlit. So
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I,
it's
I,
I'm
I
so
support.
excited to bring this show here.
Yeah. So tell people a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Nicky Jaws. I'm a professional fighter. I fought amateur around here and I climbed to the pro ranks. And then Jay is one of my sponsors for my fighting career. So he came to me with the idea like about running a show and I told him it would be a great idea because a lot of the shows locally they play like favorites and a lot of politics are involved. So like even though they're amateur fighters, they're almost like signed to these organizations and they don't want to fight anywhere else. And this is just giving them another opportunity, another place to fight. And we don't want to play like favorites or any of that with the fighters. So there's not going to be any of the politics that are in the usual MMA organizations around.
So with the juggernaut being Atlantic City, right? And you know that's a behemoth of the business of fighting and MMA. How do you circumvent all of that to bring that to an area like Cherry Hill? Because it seemed like to me, it seemed like there would be a lot of red tape and a lot of hoops for you to jump through to make that happen.
Yeah, so it's really New Jersey as a whole. This state
Hmm.
is they're very strict and everything has to be like completely to the T and by the guidelines. But
Hmm.
Atlantic City is like home to fighting, so it is very weird that and it's like subject to just Atlantic City. Like you don't see anything going on in Cherry Hill or anywhere else in New Jersey really. Freehold does have some fights every once in a while
Hmm.
up north. But yeah, Cherry Hill doesn't have it, and one of our partners with OFF, he deals with the Tattoo Expo show in Cherry Hill, so he's very familiar with Cherry Hill. But that's kind of how we had that link to Cherry Hill.
Right. So go. Let's go back a little bit. When did you start fighting? Like, what was the nucleus of you being inspired to start doing this?
I knew since I was 5 years old that I was going to be a fighter. I used to run around the house and tell my mom that I was going to be on TV. You know, and my whole family, my grandma and my aunts and uncles, and everybody would laugh at me because I was like just another kid telling them like, you know, I'm going to do it. And I just kept working my whole life. It was real weird. Like I always knew that's what I wanted to be. Like when the teachers asked what you want to be when you grow up, like I would say a fighter. And at one point I went through a phase of WWE.
Hmm.
So like I just knew I wanted to be in a ring, you know, and I don't think anybody really believed me. And then like through the years I just my answer never changed and I was just always working towards that goal. So, you know, I think it came clear to everybody that's what I was going to do.
So you started off as a wrestler first?
Yes, I at like 5 years old, I made my mom sign me up for a wrestling class, and I thought I could hit somebody with a chair, you know. So I was all excited, all excited to get in that class and do what I seen on TV, and then I
Right.
realized it wasn't that. So I was like,
Yeah.
I was a little upset, but I ended up sticking with it, and I liked it
Yeah.
anyway. So.
Yeah. And so, what was the progression into mixed martial arts?
So after high school wrestling, I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to go to college. I was thinking about college wrestling, and
Hmm.
I didn't really like school. So I was just trying to find like another avenue, and then I was like, I'm just gonna get in the cage. I'm gonna become a fighter and put my all into this. And it's hard to talk to your family about that because they want you to go to college or get a career and go to trade school or anything for a career. And I'm like telling them I'm gonna go to the gym every day, train all morning, day and night. And I was doing that for a while, and then it came to the point where you need money, like you
Yeah.
need to support that training. And I always said it, like if I could train all day, I think I would be in the UFC already. But I ended up having to get a job and going to work full time. So I work 10 hours a day from 6 to 4, and then I get home, and then I go to the gym from 6 to 9. And I try to make it to work the best I can, but yeah, it's definitely hard working and fighting. So it's it's definitely yeah, it's tough.
What is your advice to someone, a youngster who's thinking about going down this path too? If you could give them some key ingredients, what would you tell them?
Uh, that's what I've been saying. I'm like forming a fighting empire right now. I got a lot of guys. So at my gym, American MMA and wrestling, I get a lot of people that contact me on Instagram because they see my fighting videos and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, man, like I want to come train with you guys. I want to be a fighter like you." And I'm like, "Okay," and I give them all the info and get them in my gym. And I've done that with 10 plus guys now, and they're still all training with me, and they all want to be fighters. And I'm giving them the blueprints to do it because a lot of these amateur fighters, they don't know how to brand themselves. They don't take smart fights or good fights.
Mhm.
I got guys that come in and they're looking to like go fight in Florida, and I'm like, you're not getting paid, and you want to pay an airline ticket and just things like that. Like you could fight right here in Cherry Hill, and you don't have to pay anything, and we're paying ticket commission and but basically, I help the fighters with sponsorships and training, and I give them the coaches and the gym to make it, and then all they got to do is follow the blueprints to get there.
What do you do with someone who has the ambition and the goal and the drive, but they can't focus that particular business sense to stay on that path? Because I know some fighters myself, and some of them are pretty ornery, and they want to do what they want to do as opposed to understanding the business side of it.
Yeah, so I have a lot of fighters like that. Like I have guys that have better records than me in fighting,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
I make more money than them. And it's
Hmm.
it's just that's kind of what it is. And it's everybody will be like, "Oh, so like do you only do it for the money?" And I'm like, "No, but if it's there, you take it. It's if
Yeah.
it's being offered or if it's an opportunity, there's no reason not to accept money. So at the end of the day, I always said I would pay these organizations to fight. If
Hmm.
if they weren't paying me, I would pay them because I love to fight. But so that's the first thing you need as a fighter. Like you can't come into this game expecting to make it a career or make a lot of money. You have to have the heart and will like to want to fight. And then once you have that though, it's kind of like the money comes. So if you stay dedicated and you're fighting and then you try and put logos on your gear, you offer sponsorship packages and you put the business logos from around town on your shirts, your shorts, you post them up on Facebook and Instagram every day. And you basically make them a part of your team. You make them feel invested in your camp because now they want to see, I have sponsors that call me during the day like, "Are you training? Or you better be at the gym tonight." Like I gave you money, I want to see you
Yeah.
at the gym and eating healthy and, things like that. So I'll contact my sponsors now. There's like Jay, at first I didn't really know Jay and he was just a sponsor. but we
Hmm.
became really close because he was telling me, come to the gym with me, and I got the asylum that does the therapy and sports recovery, and like he was just giving me different ways to help my game, and that's what sponsors should do. And yeah, it was great. So all fighters they need sponsors, and if they don't have sponsors, they need good coaches to
Yes.
continue to fight to gain the sponsors.
Yeah. So your first event is the end of this month. Only Fighters Federation, OFF, short term. And what could we expect at this event? Because I definitely will be in the house.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. For the Jay has the show. He's got so much stuff involved in the show and production, and I'm honestly dealing with all the fighters and just trying to make sure they're good to go and arrive and fight. But Jay's handling so much stuff with the production, and he's gonna put on a crazy show for the fans and the fighters. But the fighters themselves. They're some of my like favorite fighters. Like I said, how I formed like this empire. I
Hmm.
got guys like I have Joe Tugueya, who he's 3-1, and his last loss came to a guy that was like 8-0. He's one of the best guys in the country, and he barely lost that fight, and he's so I'm looking at him in the main event. He's fighting out of American, my gym, and he's fighting for a championship. So that's gonna be a big fight. That's the biggest fight of the night, in my opinion. But all the guys there that are coming, like I know Brian
Hmm.
Rivera.
Yeah. I've been
He's
knowing
that
him
guy's
since he was a kid.
yeah, he's a dog. He's in the gym all the time and he grinds real hard and he goes to
Yeah.
big time gyms and he don't run away from the bigger names in the sport. Like I know he's
Right.
training with some big dogs in this game. So there's a lot of people there that a lot of the fighters like I almost get like I can't believe that I put together this card sometimes because I'm like, wow, these names. And the last fight that we just booked, Kitchell and Karras, that is just because those two were friends. They were part of my like we trained together every night for years and together all of them like me Justin and Zach and to just book that fight it almost like hurts my heart every day. I like think about it like what am I doing, but they don't train together anymore and they both want the fight, so who am I to not give them that fight, and they deserve it because at the end of the day, they're going to shake hands, and it's just competition. But it's going to put so many eyes on them that
Yeah.
yeah, this is a big fight for them.
So what's the time frame from you conceptually thinking of this to now we're being here and the event is next, what's the week after next? What what's the time frame of that?
I'd say like 4 months. Um,
Okay.
yeah, Jay came to me a few months ago. With the idea and we were just putting it together. We would talk about it all the time and we started putting it together I'd say like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, talking to the state, finding out everything we need. Because this is new for it's new for Jay, it's new for me, and it's new for our other partner, Nick. I'm in the fight game, but I seeing it from this side is just so different and crazy. And I honestly like feel bad for all the matchmakers and stuff that I didn't know that they deal with these fighters. I
Yeah.
always said I'm not the smartest. Like I never thought I was very smart. But a lot of these fighters, like, it's tough to deal with them. So maybe I'm one of the smarter fighters. I don't know. But they looking at it from this side, it's there's the physicals and blood works and all these forms and waivers and coaches need to sign the forms and it's just a lot and there's a lot of fighters, so you need that for each one. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to get that together, organized and submitted to the state. And some of the fighters they'll fill out a form like with a red pen or something. The state's like, can you make sure it's a black pen? Or I'm like, oh, something so silly, but it's yeah, it's just a lot that's going into it.
Yeah. You ever get overwhelmed in this process? Did you ever think like what the hell am I doing?
No, no. I told Jay like I just want to make sure that it's a successful event,
Yeah.
because we didn't plan OFF 2, 3, 4, 5 or anything in the future. So that it is our plan to continue running events, but we just wanted to make sure that this one is successful since it's our
Mhm.
first time doing something
Yeah,
like this. And I'm I think it's going to be a success. And then I fight again in April. So then right after I fight again, we'll start moving on this next show, working on the next show for OFF right away.
yeah, I hear you. All indicators point that you probably will sell out because you're on your way there. We still have
Yeah.
2 weeks to go, and you're already almost there.
Yeah, and we're doing it. We're doing it like, against the grain. Like we this is our first show, like I said, and we the fighters are trusting us with their careers because they could go to one of these other organizations that are already well known and have put on 50 to 100 shows, like,
Yeah,
and they're coming to us and trusting that our first show is going to be a legitimate good event for them to show their skills, on that platform. So I'm thankful to all the gyms and coaches and fighters that are giving us the opportunity because I think our show is going to be bigger than some of the shows around here. And
yeah,
like I think the fighters will like their decision of fighting for us, but they won't know that until that night. So
right.
so it is like they're taking a chance with OFF, and
Yeah,
I know how it is to fight and be on that side. So we want to give them the best situation that it could be.
yeah. And you have a great venue. The DoubleTree is nothing to sneeze at. That's a very nice venue.
Yeah, when Jay took me there, I wasn't sure about it. I never said I was like, we're fighting at a hotel, and he took me there and it was like it was super nice inside. I was like,
Mhm.
man, this is gonna be great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the night. I can't wait for February 28th.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited for you. I'm excited to be a spectator of the goings on. Um, of course, I know Brian, so I'll be rooting for him. But most of the other fighters, I don't know as of yet. I don't know them, so I'm open to whatever happens that night. And I'm excited for you guys. I interviewed Jay, got to know him a little bit, and I'm excited for his journey. He shared a little bit of his life with me. You just shared a little bit of your life with me. I love to experience people's dreams and aspirations and watch them blossom and unfold. I get something out of that. And I'm looking forward to see what you guys are going to achieve with the birth of this.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wanted to say thank you for not just having me and Jay, but the fighters, and you're
Hmm.
giving us all a platform to show our sides and our story. So
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. I love that. And I come from the world of art, and I love independent artists, people that come outside the machine to forge forward on their own. I'm always going to be an advocate of that.
yeah, and it's definitely what we're doing.
Yeah. So in my platform, I try to get people to manifest something because in the past, this portal that I have is very powerful and it miraculously does things for people. So I want you to make a manifestation.
Am I saying it?
Yeah, whatever that is. It could be anything.
I want to win a championship this year.
There it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah, that'll happen.
Nick, I appreciate you. I will see you at the end of the month. Tell people where they can follow you and keep up with you.
At Nick Gebhard on Instagram, or Gebhard Nick on Instagram, and Nick Gebhard on Facebook. And you could Google Nicky Jaws, I pop right up. So I love all the support. And April 4th, I'm gonna knock this guy out that I'm fighting. So make sure you tune into that after OFF.
And tell people where they can get their OFF tickets.
At It's on Eventbrite, but onlyfightsfederation.com is our website, so the link will be there. Or you could just hop right on our Instagram at Only Fights Federation, and we have the link all over the place and all our posts. So
Jaws, I will see you at the end of the month, brother. I appreciate you for being on my platform, and
thank you,
I'm wishing you all the best success.
thank you. See you. Have a good night.
All right, be blessed.